right.
We have a little bit of a stage transition here. There will be several of them through the night. So chamber orchestra is going to leave for a moment, and you're going to get to hear just from concert orchestra here momentarily. While that's happening, I'll tell you about the 3 songs that they're going to play and, you know, what they did. We talked about performance practice. We talked about dynamics and you know, ornamentations and trills and all this that you know are not actually that interesting, except if you're a string player, and then maybe even not that interesting, but it is what it is. And one of the other things that they did in that era was that there were no conductors. My job did not exist. And so this orchestra is going to perform for you the Isabella Leonardo Sonata No. 1 in E minor without a conductor. And I'm just going to get to watch and listen, and it's going to be great.
We got to back up. We're prepared for this.
I could. I could just use my voice. Ah, good. On MVP as usual. Check 1, 2. Ah, great. That's much better. You'll see more from Mr. Unch in the second half of the program. So at this point, we're about to have full orchestra, which is one of my favorite things. Hopefully you'll also enjoy it. Before we play our set, a few announcements. An announcement that I should make is to thank all of the administrators and any school board members who are here. Now, I do thank all of the administrators and school board members who are here, but since I've been on stage on the first half, I don't know who all those people are. So maybe Mr. Unch will name check all those people in the second half. I'm just going to kick that can down the road, but I do want to go on record to say how thankful we are for the administrative support that we have here for the fine arts in this district. We could not do it without it. Also, in the category of support, I'm going to say a brief word about the boosters, the Antioch Performing Arts Boosters. They are a wonderful organization made up of parents. I was given a thing to read, and so I'm going to read it. Here at ACHS, we are fortunate to have a Fine Arts Boosters organization, APAB, that supports the fine arts programs and students in a variety of ways, including scholarships for students, providing meals and snacks to various groups, and purchasing equipment. There's information in the program about several opportunities families have to support the mission of APAB, including an upcoming restaurant fundraiser, a wreath sale, and the holiday gala. The wreath sale ad is blurry. I'm sorry about that. But two things about that. One, the QR code does work, so you can scan it with your phone. And two, I tested that this morning. And two, we will put, Mr. Unch will put an electronic copy of the program on his website, achsband.com. And if you, for any reason, want to go back and see the program, you'll have the ability to do that, including a non-blurry version of that ad. One of our APAB members, Wendy Mann, you're supposed to stand up and wave. There she is. She's up here on the left side of the house. Will be in the lobby after the concert and would be happy to answer any questions that you have. So we thank APAB for all of their support, and hopefully you will support them in whatever they're doing. Now, back to the music. We have 3 songs we're going to play for you as a full orchestra. The first one is called Sea Songs. It is a collection of folk songs that are related to the ocean, no surprise there. It was written by an English composer, Rafe Vaughan Williams. That's how you say his name. It's Rafe, not Ralph. And it turns out that this year is his 150th birthday. So it's just a delightful piece of music. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And then our second selection is a piece called Down a Country Lane. It's just a nice, easy walk down a country lane. It's by the American composer Aaron Copland. It was originally written for piano, and he transcribed it for orchestra, and we think it's really, really beautiful. And then we're going to close with a banger. It is a modern piece written by Ralph Ford, I think is his name, and he does pronounce his name, Ralph. And it's called Bellengrath Gardens, and we hope that it'll be a great way to end the first half of the concert. Thank you so much. at the risk of delaying intermission, I'm sorry in advance, I do want to acknowledge two other groups of people before we leave the stage. The first one is the orchestra wind and percussion players. So these are volunteers, some more voluntary than others, from the band classes and the percussion class. And I said to them in the first rehearsal, and I'm saying to you all now, how much I appreciate them for doing this, because they're giving up some free time to play with us. And I think it's a great experience for the strings, and hopefully for the audience, and it is a sacrifice for them to do this. And I really appreciate them for doing it. I think they sound great, and we couldn't do this without them. The other group of people that I'm going to acknowledge, and they've been acknowledged in your program, I actually didn't ruin that this time, and they're not going to be thrilled that I'm saying something to the audience about this, but it deserves being said. So the ILMEA, Music Educators Association, has a series of honors, bands, orchestras, choirs, and jazz bands that they run every year, and they divide the state up into 9 districts. We happen to be in District 7, which is one of the best districts for music in the entire state. It includes all of the northern suburbs of Chicago, so all of the big schools that you may have heard of, and also us, and we belong there. And so kids go and they take an audition in the fall, and the top musicians are selected to go back and play a festival. And we were lucky enough, I guess it's not luck, it's skill. We were fortunate enough to have not 1 but 2 string players accepted to the District 7 Orchestra. They're listed in your program. And they are Ben Toma and Caitlin Swanson. So give them a round of applause. Now there is another, and I'm not going to ruin it for Mr. Unch and talk about that person, but there's more to come on the topic of ILMEA honors. So just, we'll save that for the second half.
And I'd also like to thank some other While they're switching, I'm really bad at talking to audiences. Did I acknowledge Carrie Mack, who's here? Miss Carrie Mack, one of the band teachers that taught most of these people. I always tell the percussionists to switch as quickly as possible so I don't have to stall too much, so hopefully they're ready. All right, this will be the last piece for Symphonic Band. This one is a really cool piece that just came out last spring and was actually written as a fundraiser to the humanitarian effort happening in Europe with the conflict happening. And this piece, all the proceeds from this piece are being donated to all of the refugee and relief efforts happening there. And the really cool thing is it's actually a sequel to the first piece that we played, Moscow. So it's by the same composer, and so he took some of the same themes from Moscow and put them into this one. We've really enjoyed learning about a little bit of the history from Moscow in 1941 and then this current piece. So we hope you enjoy. Here's Kiev 2022.